in the chat.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the happy hour. Apologies for being late, a little behind the scenes, technical difficulties. The back of me, behind me, was looking like I was strobing doing one of these, like I was in like a dance club or something. It was not good. So we got that fixed, and hey, we're here to get some winners on this nice fine card today. Hey, the NBA is back. It's only one game, but the NBA is back. And as our buddy Sean would say, hey, little floppy, still questionable game time decision on little floppy. So that's the big news there before we get into it. Still questionable on little floppy. So it is what it is there. And we got Ron, we got Ramon with us. With the three R's are back together again. How you doing, Ron? How you doing, Ramon?
The three Ramigos are back together again. Yeah, missed yesterday, but that's cool. I hope everybody looked like Rod was dancing at Club Bruges there when we started out, and hope everybody got that nice plus 600 on that one yesterday. Unfortunately, we got a push on that under 4 today. Late goal there by Man City. Probably shouldn't have counted, but, hey, they gave it to them. But that's okay. I'm ready to roll again. Nice 2-1 in one day on the pitch, and let's get it tonight.
And how's Ron doing? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Rod, ready to go. Just watch some great games in the Champions League, like Ron said, and now we're ready for our night action. Sure will be nice to get back to normal a little bit, but we've got a nice college card here.
The temperature warm, so I had to enjoy some out-of-doors activities. I took the dogs out and partaked in the outdoor. It's 1 Fahrenheit. It was minus 30 Fahrenheit not too long ago. So we get the 30-degree temperature jump. 1 Fahrenheit, love it. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. Sun was shining. Snow wasn't quite melting yet, but it was still nice outside to enjoy the day. I'm not a big soccer guy. Every once in a while, I do. Glad you guys enjoyed your soccer.
I think you're 1-0 this year, though.
So 1-1. I dropped yesterday.
Oh, you didn't want to.
I put another one in yesterday with AC Milan, and they crapped the bed.
Man, Italy got just run right out of that tournament, didn't they? Yep.
Right? It's just a bad one there in that one. So, all right, let's get to it. We'll kick it off with the lone NBA game. We got the Charlotte Hornets heading into L.A. Line's 12 and a half in spots, depending on which side you want. Definitely shop your number there. We'll head on over to Ron. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, you got to look at the Lakers in this one. I know it's a makeup from the Fires back then a couple weeks ago. Looks like LeBron is still questionable in that one, but LaMelo Ball is going to play. It's his hometown, so definitely looking at I'm looking at the Lakers minus 12 in this one.
Hey, on over to Ramon. What do you think of this lone NBA game tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I'm up for the challenge then, Ron. I'll try Charlotte off this makeshift game here. This was, I believe, one of the games from the Fires, so they have a day early start here with these guys right now. So everybody was looking forward to that first Lakers game, if you will, but I don't know if they caught wind of this one until the schedules kind of came to fruition. We see here them playing tonight. So look, I think the Lakers, big double-digit favorite here. LaMelo's in, so I'll try Charlotte here. They're still a pretty good dog when you look at it overall this season. Steady underdog record for the Hornets. So right out of the gate, I'll take them to stay in this game tonight. I'll take the points.
And for me in this one, it's steadily on the rise. It was 227.5 this morning, and I took the under that, and now it's 228.5. So I'm getting a point better than what I was on this morning's line. I still like the under here in this one. You look at both teams defensively, put up some pretty good defensive numbers. Holding teams solidly defensively are Charlotte and the Lakers. Offensively, though, when you look at things, the Lakers are definitely have the better output over the last 5. Offensively, it's not even been close. Well, Charlotte's been struggling at times to score 100 points over their last 5 games. So I think that's the big difference here in this one. I just don't think Charlotte can chip in enough to get us up and over this total where it is. I get it's completely on the rise because the Lakers have been trending to overs, but LeBron's not playing. There's definitely some points that won't be in this matchup, and I think that's what it is. You figure that LeBron goes out, the trend to go a little bit higher, fast-paced with LeBron maybe slowing things up. I don't know about that. I'm going to trend the other way. Give me the under 228.5 here in this matchup. All right, that wraps up the lone NBA card. Tomorrow we got a big, massive slate there, but a nice college basketball card to get to here on a Wednesday. Hey, look, Charlotte's beating Temple upset. Oh, look at overtime game there in that matchup. Another one. Temple just loves playing overtime games, don't they? Holy man! In that 3-point difference with 38 seconds to go. Close game. Hornets up, or the 49ers up by 3 in that matchup. All right, we'll do the rest of the slate from 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do all the way right to we'll include that one lone 7:30 because I believe there's one lone. No, there's a couple to 7:30. And I'll leave it at decent. We'll do everything from 8 p.m. and earlier. We'll we'll kick it off with Ron to start us off here in this slate of games.
Yeah, give me Northern Iowa, better team. I don't trust Belmont's defense, man. They give out 47% from the field. And great shooting from Northern Iowa. We saw it the other day when they won in that makeup game. So I love Northern Iowa Panthers here. And I got to ride Drake. I think it's a Drake smash spot right here. I got it to actually 77-59 in favor of Drake. So I'm going to take the Drake Bulldogs. Moving on to the early hours, I'm going to look at Penn State and Nebraska. I just don't trust Penn State. I got to go with the Cornhuskers here. They were a dog when it opened, and that's one of my system plays on my spreadsheet. Now they're a favorite. I still agree with it. Better defense here. Free throw shooting should keep them the distance between them and Penn State. I'm going to take Nebraska, especially these teams that are on the bubble. You got to look at these teams on the bubble that are really having to play right now. It's getting down to a couple weeks before the conference tournament. So give me Nebraska on the money line in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think about the slate of action, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll look at a few here on this big schedule. Start top of the board, or at least a new top of the board after our. Yeah, Rod, funny you mentioned that, right? Remember those overtime games? I just can't help but think about it. You remember double overtime, and double overtime, 3 straight games. Remember that just a few weeks ago for the Owls. Anyway, here we go with UMass and VCU. I'm going to look to go over here in this one. Pretty high number here, but I think Massachusetts might be able to keep up a little bit in this one with VCU. Maybe VCU look past this one. The move has obviously been on UMass here with the numbers. So I'm going to end up going over here, thinking that the thought process is, and the total's been moving higher here as well, but the thought process is that VCU will just take this one for granted as a win and put it in their back pocket. Current total here up to 149. VCU's gone over in 15 of their 22 games when they were favored. So I'll take the over with UMass and VCU. Next up, I'll go down to Greensboro. Taking on East Tennessee State here in this one. I'm going to go under here with Greensboro and East Tennessee State. This is a closely rated game today. The total's dropped here a good 3 points or so, down to 132. Greensboro's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games on the road, and East Tennessee's gone under in 10 of their 17 games as a favorite this season. So give me the under with Greensboro and East Tennessee State. And finally, I'll wrap it up with a bigger game here a little bit. SMU, talking about being on the bubble here a little bit. SMU, they might need a little work, actually. They're in the ACC with this weak ACC this year, believe it or not. SMU and Notre Dame, I'm going to look to go under here with these two. Rod, again, got a closely rated game here, no doubt. I think that SMU should be able to take this one. If they do, I think it is going to need to be under 145-ish here right now. Current line actually at 145.5. I'll take the under with SMU and Notre Dame.
And for me in the section, looking at that game, you know what? That line looks fishy to me. Why SMU is only a minus 1.5 there in that one. I think they playing the better ball. I'm going to take Notre Dame there in that one as the home 1.5 dog. As I say, I think Notre Dame does slow down this pace of play, and we do get a low pace. And both teams score into the 60s. Maybe first to 70 wins this one if we get to 70. But either way, I'm going to go with the home dog there. I think Notre Dame gets the win. That line's telling you all you need to know there in that matchup. And looking at Nebraska and Penn State, you know what? I'm going to take the over in that one. We know Nebraska can definitely shoot the ball and scores plenty of points. And you look at what Penn State does at home offensively, and well, they're shooting over 50% at home. Field goal shooting this season has been Penn State. So at 150.5, I think we cruise into the 150s in that one and get well over the total there between Nebraska and Penn State in that matchup. Another one I'm looking at here in this one, in this early slate. I still like UNC here against NC State. I know it was a close 2-point game earlier this season, but I think that line's telling you all you need to know. I've seen it bump around, find a 9.5 because I think it's easily a double-digit win for North Carolina there in that matchup. I know it's a rivalry and it's close and tight games usually. Not here in this one. Give me the Tar Heels by double digits over NC State there in that matchup. Another one I'm looking at here is I like Georgetown here in this one. This line's moved around a little bit. Georgetown was heavily favored a lot earlier this morning. I've seen 3s. It's down to like 1 in most places. And you look, Providence has been dominant over Georgetown. Winners of 8 straight games against Georgetown. They won earlier this year by 10. But as Georgetown is the favorite here, I'm just going to lay it on the money line. I think Georgetown gets that revenge and ends the losing streak versus Providence. Give me Georgetown in that matchup. Another one I'm looking at here in this early slate. Hey, it was 5.5 this morning. Vandy's down to 4.5 there in that spot. I love the better at 5.5, but I think Vandy keeps us closer with Kentucky than people think. I think Kentucky pulls one out late. But as Kentucky's been doing all along, they love to keep things close. And sometimes they fail and lose outright. But I think at home, on their home court, they get the win. I think it's a 3-point win for Kentucky. Vandy gets the cover there in that matchup. And that wraps up this slate of college basketball action. But we still got some night action going. Hey, you can find our best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hit the link in the description. Head on over. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. All right, let's get into the late slate of action here. We'll go all the way from all the 8 p.m. games, heading it right on through to close out the card with who's the last one? Rutgers and Washington heading at 10:30 p.m. Eastern to close out the card. Not what you usually see on a late card. Closing it out is a Rutgers team out on the West Coast there in that one. So heading on over to Ramon to kick us off this time. What do you think there in the late slate of college basketball action, Ramon?
Yeah, be up late tonight again. That'll be great. Let's go to South Florida and UTSA. I'm going to take a look at this one with the total here to go over in this one. I think UTSA, look, they should, I would think, win this game right now against South Florida. I'm going to go over, though, as my play. UTSA is 15-8 to the over this season, including 7-3 to the over at home. Even though USF does trend under most of this season, they are a slight trend to the over as a dog. And right now, it's close, but currently Texas San Antonio has moved to a 3-point favorite. So I think Texas San Antonio is the one that puts up the big number here, and South Florida ends up playing a little catch up. Both teams are going to need to score close to 80. I've got this one, though, to go over tonight with South Florida and UTSA. Also, Missouri State here against Valpo. This is another one where I was considering a premium. It's continued to move lower here down to 139 right now in this one. And I'm going to go under here with Missouri State and Valpo. Look, Valpo's been taking, or I'm sorry, Missouri State's been taking the action here, and now all of a sudden Valpo is getting bet back up. So maybe a little bit of an indicator to me personally. I'm going under here with Missouri State and Valpo, and I'm going to go to Gonzaga and Washington State, the conference game we didn't know we needed, and I'm going to try the Cougars here in this one against Gonzaga. They're getting a dozen points here, 12.5 here at some spots right now. So, look, great season for Gonzaga. Not the usual Gonzaga. No chance here to win the conference title at this point. With the way St. Mary's is going, I know Gonzaga's on this winning streak right now. Washington State hasn't been great, but I've got an in-state battle here. I'm going to take the points at home with WSU.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you think in this late slate of college basketball action?
Let me address Morgan Spooner in the comments. Yes, I will take Rutgers over Washington. I don't trust the Washington Huskies, but yeah, I'll go with Rutgers in that one, definitely. St. John's, I think, great spot here. They're going to just lay it on DePaul. Give me the Johnnies in that one. You know, I got to look at my Auburn Tigers. Great win at Tuscaloosa. But I think it's too many points, and I've said this too many times. I think with Oklahoma, with Mississippi State, Auburn just keeps coming home. But maybe this is the one. I think Arkansas is fighting on that bubble, and maybe they come to play tonight. Patino's boys come in, or Calipari's boys come in there and kind of keep it close with Auburn in that one. And I'm going to go with Alabama. I just don't think Missouri can handle that offensive threat that Alabama has. Not many people have been able to on the road this year. With Alabama losing straight up as a favorite in Tuscaloosa, now back on the road. Nice situation to bounce back. Take the high tide in that one.
Rod, are they ever going to listen to you?
Nah.
And then
up on Rod this morning on the old Alabama game.
Yeah, and give me North Dakota State. I think they're the better team against South Dakota State, getting points here. So give me North Dakota State plus a 7 there. That's it.
The Bison? What? Bison? Buffalo steak for Bison burgers for dinner. Bison.
Yep.
When you look at the numbers on both those teams, when you look at that game, the Bison or the Jackrabbits in that matchup, directional Dakotas, it's close. It's even. Both teams offensively almost even, defensively almost even. The numbers you see: field goal shooting, 3-point defense. It's like it's even. So it's almost like getting the gift of 6.5. I'm with you. Give me the Bison there in that one, plus the 6.5. In a rivalry game that's good, that close. You look at the numbers. Yeah, it's 2-point, 3-point game for somebody there in that one. Last whoever's got the ball. So I agree there. But I disagree. I'm going the other way. I'm going to go against Alabama here in this one. Just one of those spots. I know that everybody, because they've seen Alabama all season long, bounce back following a loss. And you look at the numbers. The numbers are right there. You've seen it. Alabama off a loss. Hey, they bounced back the next game. They've come back and played well. They lose. They come back and play well. They lose. They come back and play well. Well, based on Missouri, it's a little different beast. And then, as I said, I've seen it plenty of times over the last 2 where they've given up defensively. Auburn dominated the 3-point line. Dominated. And I think the Tigers here can defend the 3-point line, make Alabama shoot the 3 a lot more. And look what they've done. They've been ice cold that last game from behind the arc. They scored the bulk of their points. The Alabama scores in 2 spots. It's either right here in the paint or it's out behind the arc. They don't shoot that middle shot. They're not shooting the jumper from the key. They don't do that. They either jump in by the rim or it's out by the 3 because they love to throw it in, get by the rim, and then if the guy's open for a 3, they love to kick it out to the guy for the 3-point shot. And if that's it, the Tigers defend that 3-point well, they're going to get to the rim, and they'll let you do that all day long and outscore you by hitting more 3s than you do. And that's what Auburn did and ran away with it, even in a high-scoring one. So I kind of like a high-scoring one again there in that matchup, but I'm going to take Missouri. Give me the hometown. They've got one loss all year, 16-1 straight up at home this year. Are the Tigers? I'm gonna go with the Tigers at home in that one.
Bama's 11-2 on the road.
I'll be tuning in. Yeah, I'll be tuning into that one. I think that's the game of the night on the board tonight.
Oh, definitely.
If it wasn't Rod, it's just become today.
It's just become because I know we've got some on this side, some on that side. It's one of those ones that's definitely not somebody on their island because you can make good cases for both sides. As I did say, hey, look, as I'm talking, it's up to 2. You want 2 with Bama? You got 2 with Bama.
So generous.
It was so generous. We'll give you 2 with Bama. Looking at another one here in the spot, Florida State laying 8.5. Yeah, no thanks. I'll take the Hurricanes plus the 8.5 in that one. I know the Hurricanes all season long haven't been good, but since the calendar flipped to February, look what they've done. They're starting to play some good ball. So February has been treating Miami nicely. Florida State laying 8.5. No thanks. That's just way too many points. Give me the Hurricanes plus the 8.5 in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is everybody's getting enamored with this Bradley team, and I don't like Bradley here on the road in this spot. I'll take Illinois State. Give me the Redbirds on the money line over Bradley in that matchup. I think it's just a good spot for Illinois State. Illinois State can hit the 3. They can also score the 2. They can definitely keep up offensively with Bradley. I think Bradley just takes I'm going to call Bradley like the Boston Celtics. They love to chuck up too many threes. And I think they try to live and die too much by the 3, does this Bradley team. When they start hucking up too many threes, well, I think these Redbirds tonight are going to take huge advantage and get the win in that one over Bradley. Well, that wraps up the college slate of things. Actually, I got to throw one more in there. You know, you look at this Tulsa, and they're almost baiting you. I've seen this number all day long, and they want you on Tulsa, I think, is the books are like. Because it was 13.5. It's now up to 14 in places. Give me North Texas. I think North Texas wins this one by 20 tonight. It's just like one of the spots where they're like, come on, don't you want Tulsa? We'll give you 14 now. 2 touchdowns with Tulsa. No, thanks. I don't want it. I'll take North Texas. I think their defense dominates Tulsa, and they cruise to the 20-plus point win in that matchup. Yeah. All right. That wraps up the college basketball slate of things here in this one. So now we headed on over to the cappers, and they let them decide game in the future, player prop, because we got the NBA back. So definitely got some player props there. Parlay, leave it up to the capper. Let them decide, and then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony's Picks to scoop up their best bets. And on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, give me a parlay. I'll keep it in the college basketball realm. Give me Nebraska on the money line. Give me VCU minus 16.5. I think it's a smash spot for them. And I'm going to take the North Dakota State Bison on plus 7. I'll take that one. What I got tonight, I got a 3-pack for college basketball, and I got my NBA 3-point play. So grab those up, and then I'll have some more soccer coming. Currently number 1 in soccer. So hit me up this weekend. We have all the leagues starting back up. Italian Serie A, La Liga Spain, and EPL started back up today. So yeah, let's get ready. And like I said, pair us up, man. You see everybody on your camera right now. We're all on the leaderboard for one or the other sports or many sports. So hey, pair us up and get that best value, and use that code Tony T at checkout for your 15% off.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got for us, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll roll a 3-teamer late night. How better can you do it? Let's go to St. John's and DePaul here. Ron already talked about it. I'm not going to step on his toes here with the Johnnies on the road, ready to keep rolling here against the DePaul team that, look, I characterize them as a team that's kind of improved this year. It's kind of gone south again a little bit. They got a cover here or there this month, but I'm going to look for the game to go over, actually. If Ron's calling for a blowout, I have to think that tonight St. John's might be getting well into the 80-point range here in this one or higher, and roll DePaul. 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over. They seemingly always go over when it's St. John's at DePaul, and we know it hasn't been DePaul winning those games, so I'll look for a repeat performance here with St. John's and DePaul game 2 go over. Last year was 100-77, I think, when they met last year at DePaul. Oral Roberts in Denver. I'm going to look for this one to go over tonight with Oral and Denver. I think Oral might be the side here to take the points with, but I'm going to look for this one to go over. Oral's pretty much been all over on the road, 12-7 to the over as a dog, 9-4 over on the road. Also some big numbers here of late from these two teams, including Oral here, Denver, 88 against North Dakota, 94 against North Dakota State, 86 against St. Thomas, all of Rod's favorite Dakota schools. So give me the over there with Oral Roberts and Denver. I'll wrap it up in the late game. Ron talked about it. It sounds ugly to me, even though maybe these teams are putting up some numbers here of late. I'm going contrarian here. I'm going to go under with Rutgers and Washington here late night in Seattle. I'm going to take under in this one. It currently is moved here now to 147, a little bit of a tick to the under, and that's the way I'm going to go. I feel like I'm kind of bucking the trends there a little bit with my play, but I'll go under there for a 3-teamer. So over in DePaul, over in Denver, under in Washington, my 3-teamer for tonight. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, Ron. I'm 11-1 in my last 12 college basketball plays, so I'm rolling a big package tonight in college basketball. Please join me over there. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15%. Want to keep this roll going right now and put up the numbers that I did last year here on the site. I'm really thankful to be back here with Tony's Picks, and I need to show that I belong, and that's what I do in college basketball, given my record last season on the site. Maybe we're flatlining a little bit, hit my stride here right now, just in time. We getting ready for our conference playoffs and March Madness. So hit me up over at Tony'sPicks.com.
Nice. For me, my parlay, we're going to go with take the Miami Hurricanes plus the points. We're going to take the Bison of North Dakota plus the points. And we're going to take the Illinois State Redbirds. I'm going to take those guys on the money line. I think they win outright versus Bradley in that matchup tonight. Little 3-tier. And for me, over at Tony's Picks tonight, I've got a 5-pack of college basketball of 5 plays I absolutely love. But my top play is my 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day. It's up there. We're going for our 3rd straight top play of the day hit in college basketball over there to continue the winning season we got going in college basketball. Stand in the green is what we're doing here in college basketball. Can't wait for hockey to be back and continue staying in the green in it. It's Ron's got himself quite the run going in hockey too, so can't wait for the
Saturday, baby.
Season.
We're back Saturday.
Yeah, loaded card on Saturday in the NHL. So definitely jump aboard long term. They got a loaded card in the NBA tomorrow as well. So we'll deep dive it, get who's in, who's out there, and definitely you can find our best bets. Scoop them up over here at Tony's Picks. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. Can't go wrong with that. Pair up any of the hot cappers you see here at Tony's Picks, and have 2 cappers putting picks into your pocket, putting that cash, getting your winners. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and scoop it up. Let's get it. Anything anybody's got to say before we head on out of here on this Wednesday?
We got Zach in the chat asking about Greensboro and ETSU. I know Ramon had a total. I like Greensboro in that one, Zach. So get your chicken fried and get on out there, buddy.
Greensboro, and let me look something. We'll look at Greensboro and see. I don't think I.
Then you have the under. What was that? The under in that one, Ramon?
Yeah, I went under with Greensboro and East Tennessee.
Little bit of chicken fried, golden beer on a Friday night. Little Zach Brown in there.
Greensboro can play some defense, right? They're definitely solid defensively, especially over the last 5, holding teams to 37% field goal shooting. So definitely defensive. So is East Tennessee over the last 5 too, 40% field goals shooting defensively over the last 5. I agree with that. I'm going to piggyback Ramon. Give me the under in that one. Looks like money. And then look, there's even a system play that says right there that we should take the under. It's 45 and 17 since 1998 on the under. Nice little system play there, Ramon, on the under in that matchup. And I just looked up for us. So yeah. Does it say take Greensboro? It does. It says
yep.
Bet
Greensboro
on the money line. Yeah, bet Greensboro on the money line here.
Great.
But I like the under. Take the under. It says take the under. See, it just popped up. It's coming across. It says agree with Ramon. Take the under.
There you go. Yeah, shout out Mitch. We wouldn't be here for Mitch. That you got it right. Shout out Mitch.
Definitely. Shout out Mitch. Miss that guy, man. Tough. Definitely miss him because if without him, I'm not doing what I'm doing right here. So definitely miss you, buddy. He's here with us in spirit.
He's with us.
He touched a lot of people. If you can make it to Vegas, definitely head on out to Vegas and participate in the casino walk. Definitely be a great celebration of his life by many. Because I'm sure it's
Terry's going to be there, and all the other Pick Dogs crew is going to be there, right?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want to go check that out in Vegas in March. So do that. On that note, let's head on out of here. And as he would say, hey, we'll try to act a little more professional. Come on.
You